Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Couch Talk with CV. This is the Couch, and this is CV. Welcome to my channel. Looks like I have a special guest here. Again, this is my boy cat, Leandro. So he will be participating, or I guess just sleeping, as they do. But again, welcome to my channel. So this channel is in conjunction with my blog site, primateevolve.com. There you'll find the written versions of my video blogs. I'm starting a new series. So for those of you who are interested in learning more about the brain, how it works, how it affects our behavior, personality, about certain brain disorders, basically the science behind the brain and its function, and also the psychological aspects tied into that. So these videos will just be, again, just a sort of short, quick guide to understanding different parts of, again, brain function and human behavior. So hope you find these enjoyable, and please feel free to share them. Of course, if you can like and subscribe to my channel, greatly appreciate it. And please, of course, always check back for more new content. With that, let's go ahead and get started with today's topic. Today is a short lesson on problem-focused coping versus emotion-focused coping. So first, because getting definitions down is central to discussing topics, what exactly does coping mean? It generally involves how an individual cognitively deals with stress-triggering events. These events can start from within the individual, feeling anxious about starting a new job or going on a first date, waking up with a severe headache, or losing your phone while running errands, or it can be from an outside source, say your manager lets you go from your job, or many of your first dates catfish you, or an argument with a significant other causes the headache that you have. There are no shortage of stress triggers, major or minor, in life. First, problem-focused coping means the individual dealing with a stress trigger is actively working on keeping it under control. This may happen through finding a long-term solution to the problem or connecting with other individuals who help create solutions and provide a support system to go with that. Emotion-focused coping, on the other hand, can range from taking out time to meditate to finding ways to be distracted, on the extreme end, abusing alcohol or other drugs to escape reality. Ultimately, both forms of coping, within reason of course, have their place. However, when we assess the differences between the two, problem-focused coping may have better long-term benefits, as the whole premise is to create lasting solutions. Yet problem-focused coping may not always be the best mechanism to start with in certain situations. For instance, if my house were robbed or destroyed in a fire, my immediate coping response probably wouldn't be to go out and buy a new house that same day. Instead, I would first most likely use emotion-focused coping to flush out my feelings and hopefully find quality distractions that help prevent me from having a meltdown or feeling despaired. Perhaps I would talk with a best friend, or get out of my environment for a couple of days to somewhere more tranquil. Above all, it is important not to choose escapes that become full-on addictions or stray far from employing problem-focused coping. On a side note, it appears the somewhat newly defined third form of coping mechanism, called meaning-focused coping, is also an option. In short, meaning-focused coping is often used when, say, a problem-focused coping method is not working so well. Therefore, the individual dealing with the stress trigger realigns his or her own values and goals and uses a fresh approach in problem-focused or emotion-focused coping. Now, how about the biological links to coping mechanisms? We know that the amygdala, which is a part of your brain, has a central role in our emotion-based reactions, including the what's called the fight or flight mechanism that is rooted in biological evolution, and also the hippocampus, also another part of the brain, and the basal ganglia are also involved with how we process and manage stress. In addition, a person who is genetically predisposed to nervous system issues could have a faulty serotonin transporter / gene, also known as SLC64A. Several studies have shown links between, again, what's called SLC64A dysfunction, which is tied to a specific gene genotype, and also motion focused coping, so showing the relationship between the two, the dysfunction and emotion focused coping. A study conducted on male college students showed a link between SLC64A and drinking alcohol as a coping mechanism, as well as producing general feelings of sadness and fear. Further, varying genotypes are also linked to coping skills or lack thereof. For example, a study conducted on 170 students these particular students had a European heritage, revealed that those with what's called an S carrier genotype did not have as effective or as numerous coping mechanisms as non-S carriers or those with another form of gene or genotype. Yet interestingly, other studies similar to the one conducted on the male college students, study I mentioned earlier, have confirmed that individuals with, again, a particular genotype are more prone to use alcohol as a coping mechanism than individuals with the S carrier genotype that I mentioned just a little bit ago. So that said, nature and nurture are yet again partner factors in human behavior. So hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and we'll see you again. Thanks for watching.